Texas Representative Ted Poe was on a conservative radio show and basically made the charge that the Obama administration is much more aggressive towards Christians and conservatives here in the United States than it is towards ISIS.
The idea that Americans who are conservative, that disagree with the president, is just as threatening as ISIS, who lives to, their whole existence is to kill us in the name of their religion. Even though the president won't say Islamic terrorists, he'll call people on the right terrorists. It's nonsense. It is just utter nonsense, and there's no evidence of anything like that. Their priorities are wrong. They're more aggressive toward Americans, Republicans, conservatives, Christians, and concerned about them being threats to the country, which they're not, than they are about the real threats to our country. It's mind-boggling why they would be this way.
No, it's mind-boggling how much of an Obama derangement syndrome you can have. The administration is more aggressive towards Christians than it is towards anything else. What world are you living in? I don't think you're living in the real world. Or either that, or I didn't know about the consistent airstrikes being levied against Texas and the Bible Belt. Maybe somebody should fill me in if that's happening. Otherwise, no. The administration is being much more aggressive, as it should be, towards the threat of ISIS. Now, that's not to say that we shouldn't be aggressive towards right-wing terrorism. We should be. We only have one guy at the State Department that's looking into right-wing fundamentalist terrorism. And that's not to say that old conservatives, old Christians are terrorists. That's not what we're saying. That's not what the report says. The report says, hey, this is happening in the United States, and it's happening at a higher rate than Islamic fundamentalism, the Islamic terrorism in the United States. That's all the report is saying, is that, hey, maybe we should look into more right-wing terrorism to defend against that as well. It's not a zero-sum game. You're not taking away from looking at Islamic terrorism by looking at right-wing terrorism. There's really no difference. Terrorism is terrorism. And when you look at it, ISIS seems like a rather fundamentalist right-wing terrorist group. Don't you think? They're, after all, they're super conservative. Believe their religion should rule everything. Want to bring about the apocalypse. That sounds like certain right-wing groups. I'm just saying. But I'm also saying, or I should say, I'm not saying that it's every Christian, every conservative. Of course not. That would be mental. But no, Ted Poe sticks to the ridiculous fantasy that, you're persecuting us. You're persecuting everybody who's a Christian and conservative. And you're not going after ISIS. We're doing thousands of airstrikes against ISIS at this very moment. Thousands. We've done thousands of airstrikes. And we're not doing enough. But when we get one guy to look at possibilities of right-wing terrorism here in our backyard, which, by the way, there have been recent attacks linked to right-wing fundamentalism. Okay? Where, for example, the attacks against police in Vegas and the sovereign citizens that have been attacking police and government officials that have just happened recently. When we look into those, into the possibility of more of those happening and preventing those, conservatives flip their shit. They cry. They cry persecution. Oh my God, why are you unfairly targeting us while you're not targeting ISIS enough? How many more bombs do you want us to drop on ISIS? We're already doing 90% of the airstrikes. 90% of all airstrikes on ISIS that are from us. And what's funny is that I kind of want to draw the parallel here between us, what we're doing against ISIS, and Jordan. Remember, conservatives made this huge, huge deal about Jordan. Jordan getting into the airstrikes. Now, Jordan has a very small Air Force. They can't do a whole lot. But I remember watching conservatives gush about, oh my God, oh, look at the king. Oh, look, he's donning a flight jacket. He's going to get into the bomber. He's going to bomb ISIS himself. Why is Obama so weak? Why is Obama so weak? What, do you want Obama to jump in there? I bet you do. And even if he does jump in there, you'll probably be like, he didn't drop enough bombs. Look, you can't make these people happy. No matter what you do, if you're Obama, you can't do anything right. You could bomb ISIS all day, all night for the next 20 years. Not doing enough. Why are you not doing enough? But you look into one right-wing terrorist act, and suddenly they flip their shit. Why are you targeting us? Why are you unfairly targeting us conservatives? Hey, you know, if you're a conservative, you're not being targeted. Unless you're one of the violent kind that are making terroristic threats against the government. Of course they're going to look into you if you're doing that.